drop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Really good at the start, but the defense was ready.
Making a nice job scouting. Not just scouting, but not executing once they saw the play for real. They haven't worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. 1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their own 18. On 1st down, it's Corral. Flushed out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Corral, another throw on 2nd down. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
One of the advantages of zone defense, I remember, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. And the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Corral's throw there into the hands of Ross. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Panthers at 9-6 now, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up on first down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Just gets rid of it, throws it away. Nice move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And some room to run now. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe it.
Brandon Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on this season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. $13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Corral with it. First down here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw here into the hands of Jones. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this was a first down.
That's a great throw right there. That ball's in the air for a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Great effort there. 30 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
Touchdown, Panthers! An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Smith, that is now 2 sacks for him here in his first half. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It's taken to the 26. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Corral. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Rodgers. This one goes underneath to Walker. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Corral throwing for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Here's Walker. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On second and goal, Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we've got third and goal coming up. Can you imagine being in that role? You know that they can return saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that for you. Rodgers now on third and goal. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A final shot before the half for Corral. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Corral here working from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 10. Corral on 2nd down. He'll find Jones again, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Corral from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, these mid-range plays have been valuable because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Corral on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here. Again, it's Corral. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Corral looking to pass. 2nd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them holding up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Corral. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. John Ross, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Grant Delpit. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He lets it fly for Lockett. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horner. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Corral. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz. Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a dump off here, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. working from the gun. Rodgers. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the two, or I should say third and goal from the two.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10, Corral. Dancing to his left. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Returnable for Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one.
59 yards rushing for it here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone for Jones. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this one is incomplete.